Welcome back to Big East Media Day here on the field of 68. And we are now joined by the healthy Bryce Hopkins. How you feeling, man? How's that knee?
I feel really good. I'm making big time strides. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. There's no exact date on when I'm gonna be back, but I can tell you guys I'm heading the right direction and I feel good.
You could tell that was the coach answer, right? Oh, exactly. How many times are you going to say that today, you think?
I've said it about 10, 11 times.
Yeah. He's been well schooled. Yeah, he's been well schooled. Good school there in Providence. I have to say only nice things about Providence, as you know. How excited are you just to play again? I mean, my God, it just anytime you have an injury like that, it's just you're just chomping at the bit, chomping at the bit. I mean, what's the thing you miss most?
For sure. Honestly, it's just running back out there, going through warm-ups and then obviously playing. But, we just had late night madness and we walked out in front of the fans. It was kind of emotional for me, but, it was very electric. And, I just can't wait to step back out there and play in front of them again.
Take me through the process of deciding to come back, right?
Yeah.
Like you go through an injury like this, and I think you can, look, I don't know if it would have hurt your draft stock or what, but you're going to end up playing in the NBA, in my opinion, right?
Appreciate that.
And I don't think that it necessarily another year to come back. We know what you can do, right? Process of coming back, the decision to come back to school.
Honestly, I feel like I just wanted to, prove. I feel like I didn't get what I wanted to do, last year with me being injured, and I feel like there's still unfinished business I want to do. I didn't feel like I put myself in the, best position to get drafted last year. So I feel like going through this process of rehabbing and stuff like that, I feel like it was going to be best for me just to lock in with my jump shot and, just get back out there and be fully healthy.
I think the really interesting thing are some of the pieces that Kim put around you this year, whether it's Jabri, who's a really good shooter, whether it's Cardette, who's known as a scorer. What do you have to say about some of these newcomers coming in and being part of the mix? Because I really like your guys' team this year.
No, for sure. Like you said, Jabri, he's a sniper. He stretches the floor for us. I believe he shot like 38% from three. So that's big time. And, we have Wesley Cardette, like you said, he's a pesky defender.
I think a lot of people are really curious about him.
No, yeah. He's very competitive, wants to play, wants to do everything that coach tells him to do. Just a great guy to have on your team. He can stretch the floor, he can shoot it. And, he's very good at playmaking as well and getting downhill. And I also feel like Benzie Joseph is going to be big for us this year as well.
That was a great system fit for you guys, the way you like to play defense. Him and Jaden Pierre on the floor at the same time. I mean, not the biggest guards, height-wise.
They got heart, though. They got heart, though. They got heart for sure. Benzie picks you up 94 feet. You don't have any space to, just dribble in front of him. He's going to be up in your stuff. And I feel like he's going to be big time for us.
Yeah, the performance for Jaden Pierre, I think he's the kind of, I don't know if X factor is the right term, but every team needs a point guard, right?
For sure.
And it was it the Creighton game that he went off here in the guard?
Yeah, Creighton. Yeah,
that's the one that stands out to me.
For sure.
Have you seen more of that? Have you seen more of that version of Jaden?
100%. I feel like another year coming back as a junior. He played under Coach English last year. He knows what he wants from him this year. I feel like Jaden has made big strides again. I feel like this is going to be a breakout year for him. He's playing with more confidence, and I feel like you're going to see a lot of what you've seen in the Creighton game.
What have you – Coach was just on here, and he was talking about how the vocal presence that you had on the sideline, even while you were dealing with the injury, even last year at the Big East tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, like, have you learned anything about how you're going to approach the game? Have you learned anything about the way that you think the game? Has it been different? I mean, it's a different perspective watching it from the sideline versus being on the court, right?
For sure.
What have you learned about basketball?
Yeah. Being on the sideline, I've been on the sideline for about 10 months now, 11 months. So, just being on the sideline, hearing what the coaches are saying, hearing what they want from us, I feel like that gives me an edge coming back in because I know what to expect. I know what they want from me coming back in. And, I just can't wait to be back out there.
I got one more question for you. Essendoko. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
I didn't say him. He's big time for us.
Yeah. And put on your analyst hat, put on your coach's hat. It seems like everybody in the Big East has a 5-man that's just massive.
For sure.
How is he going to stack up?
He's big.
Big fella.
Yeah, for sure. Even though he's massive, he can stretch the floor. He likes shooting threes. He's good at it too. He has a finesse to his game, but he also has some power, and he can put his shoulder into your chest. I've seen him do it a couple of times to some of my teammates. So I feel like he's going to be big time for us this year.
Give us a synopsis of the Friar fan base real quick. Look into that camera and tell the Friar fan base why they're one of the best fan bases in college basketball.
Friartown is the best fan base in the country because they're crazy. I feel like I can say that because I played under you guys for 3 years. And, I feel like you guys just give us an advantage every time we step out onto the court.
A lot of liquid courage too.
Yes.
The tall boys. The tall boys are plenty in Providence.
Yes,
Bryce
sir.
Hopkins.
Yeah. Better interviewers, me and T.O. or Goodman and Hummel?
You guys for
You
sure.
guys
Nah,
got
bring
it right.
Bring
Got
it
it
right
right
here. Bryce Hopkins,
Yes, sir.
the man.